Today, we're diving into the story of the greatest collection of knowledge in the ancient world and exploring how its disappearance might have set humanity back by 1,000 years.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. We're not just talking about a bunch of old books. We're talking about a single place, a beacon of thought that could have completely reshaped our destiny as a species. What kind of secrets could it have been hiding?
And here's the kicker. The legend of this place isn't just about what was inside it, but about how it was lost. We're not talking about a simple accident here. The story suggests a deliberate, systematic erasure. And that's the mystery we're digging into.
To do that, we have to go way back, more than 2,000 years ago, to the incredible city of Alexandria in ancient Egypt. This was the home of a project so ambitious, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
So what exactly was this place? Well, to really get what made it so legendary, you first have to understand what it wasn't.
It held riches far beyond gold or jewels. But no, it wasn't a palace for some king.
And you could definitely say it was a sacred space for ideas, but it wasn't a temple built for any vault.
A vault built to protect all of human knowledge itself.
And this vault had a name that still echoes through history, a name that stands for both our greatest achievements and our most devastating loss: the Great Library of Alexandria.
You really can't overstate how massive this undertaking was. This wasn't just a library for the locals. The mission, their one and only mission, was to gather a copy of every single scroll from every culture in the entire known world.
And let me tell you, they were relentless. There was a royal decree that any ship docking in the harbor had to turn over its scrolls. The library would keep the originals and give the owner a freshly made copy. That's how knowledge just poured in, from Greece, Persia, India, all across Africa.
And the stuff they studied inside those walls was mind-blowing. Advanced mathematics, groundbreaking astronomy, they even calculated the circumference of the Earth. But here's where it gets really wild. Legends say they also had texts describing early machine technology, like steam engines, things that wouldn't be seen again for more than 1,000 years.
And that's the key thing to remember. This library wasn't just some dusty archive of the past. It was an engine for the future. It held the kind of ideas that could have launched civilization forward at a speed we can barely even imagine now.
Okay, so if this place was so revolutionary, so important, where did it go? The story of the library's disappearance is just as mysterious and, frankly, as tragic as the story of its creation.
And right here, we get to the heart of the problem. Because, knowledge is power. And when you concentrate that much knowledge in one place, it can be seen as a threat. And some people don't want that kind of power to survive.
Now, you've probably heard the story about one giant fire that burned it all down, right? Well, that's more of a myth. The reality is that its destruction was a slow, painful death over centuries. It was damaged by fires during Roman civil wars, it was neglected by rulers who didn't care, and eventually, as new religions came to power, all that pagan knowledge was seen as dangerous and forbidden.
And the result of all that? An absolute catastrophe for humanity. We're talking centuries of scientific progress just gone. Entire plays, poems, and histories vanished forever. It left this giant black hole in our collective memory, forcing future generations to spend centuries relearning things we'd already figured out.
Which, of course, brings us to the most tantalizing part of this whole story, the big what if. What's the real legacy of this lost knowledge? And is it just possible that some of it actually survived?
Believe it or not, some people think the answer is yes, that not all of that wisdom just vanished into thin air. And that idea, that pieces of this incredible intellectual puzzle might still be out there, waiting to be found, is just so compelling.
The theories are just fascinating. Did some of the scholars smuggle scrolls out before the final collapse? Are they hidden away in some secret private collection? Or maybe locked in the archives of an old monastery? Or even forgotten in an underground chamber? For now, it's the ultimate dream for historians and archaeologists.
And this is the question that really haunts us. What would our world actually look like today if the library had survived? Would the Industrial Revolution have kicked off 1,000 years earlier? Would we have unraveled the secrets of the cosmos centuries ago? We'll never know for sure, but the shadow of that lost knowledge is a powerful reminder of just how fragile progress can be.